you go all in on something, I would say that does take conviction. Now, your conviction might be
how many chairs are you sitting on right now?
One.
Are you all in on the chair? The point really is you put on one pair of glasses. You've got one pair of AirPods right now. You're looking at me through one screen. You're using one microphone. That's a one microphone. Like, you trust it? Is that conviction? Seems kind of scary. Why don't you diversify? Why don't you use 10 microphones? The point really is things in your life. Do you drive in 10 cars at the same time or one car at one time? Do you drive down one street? Aren't you afraid that you're driving down one street? Do you take a different way? You know? So my point really is, if you're you get on one airplane, are you convicted? You put your entire family on the one airplane, aren't you afraid? There is no second asset. Well, Bitcoin is the best crypto asset. Okay. What's the second best? There is no second best. There's no second best crypto asset. There's a crypto asset. It's called Bitcoin, right? Right? There's no second best, okay? But take all your money, buy Bitcoin. Then take all your time, figure out how to borrow more money to buy more Bitcoin. Then take all your time and figure out what you can sell to buy Bitcoin. And if you absolutely love the thing that you don't want to sell it, go mortgage your house and buy Bitcoin with it. And if you've got a business that you love because your family works for the business that's in your family for 37 years and you can't bear to sell it, mortgage it, finance it, and convert the proceeds into the hardest money on earth.
Hey, boss. Good morning. Good. How you doing? Listen, man, I'm not going to be able to make it in today. No, I'm not calling in sick. I'm calling in rich. Yeah, you remember those Shiba Inu coins that you laughed at me for buying? Well, I bought 100 million of them. And wouldn't you know that damn thing hit a penny? And now it's worth $1 million. So yeah, I'm calling in rich. No, I'm serious. So I won't be in ever again. Hello? Hello? Motherfucker just hung up on me. Fucking hater.
You buy this for $39.99, guess what, folks? You take the L away. You put a W there, baby. You're a winner, man. You're the real deal. You're picking up chicks. Let me tell you something. You buy this set at $39.99, baby, you're the cock of the walk, man. You walk into the bar and you just find the hottest chick and you go, you, me. Guess what? She says, why would I go out with you? Because I bought the deal on Wild West Deals for $39.99, that's why. She says, can I go home with you? That's how simple it is. That's how it works. That's what this set brings to the table. Because you know what she sees? She sees a man who knows what he wants. She sees a man who says, good deals don't get by me, baby. I move, I act quick, I act now. I go to wildwestdeals.com, boom. That's why you're hanging with chicks all night long. That's why you got guys like Michael Jordan calling you, wanting to hang out with you, baby. Because you bought it for $39.99.
Just shut up and let me enjoy this pain.
Welcome to the pain zone. It's where we live.
When I'm hurt, I love it. I love that feeling because it's real.
You need to love pain.
Be the guy who embraces the ugly, the miserable. Be the guy who embraces hard work, the grind. Don't be afraid of being hurt. Don't be afraid of sacrificing some blood.
Everything else, happiness could be fake, crying could be fake, but pain? Shit. That's real.
However, mentally, physically, love it. You need to love it. If not, stay where you are.
Broski, the market is so red, I thought my MacBook was bleeding.
This is the end, cuz. Yesterday I was a millionaire, today I'm a slumdog. This is not a dip, this is a black hole.
Imbeciles, they have no idea. This is not a black hole, this is the beginning of a big bang.
Why is Broski not panicking with us?
Yeah, why is he so unfazed? Have you checked your wallet, cuz?
The crypto is down 85%.
Allow him, Broski, he's still in denial.
Is it down by 85%? Or is it 85% off?
Oh shit, no gang, not the hustler mindset.
Not the hustler mindset.
Bro said it's not a crash, it's a discount. Circumstances, but you can change your mentality.
Remember, brothers, the market sends his toughest battles to his most financially literate soldiers. When the Nasdaq falls, will you give up? Or remember that no amount of setbacks defeat a qualified mind? You see a dip and start to sell, but I remember that sudden emotions lack logic. Down isn't permanent. So I invest more into the S&P because I was born to struggle and persist.
Nah, man, how does he do this guy knows something. Broski, was you in the board meeting with Donald Trump?
So tell me, brothers, when the crops go dry, will you sell your land or sow more seeds, knowing that the harvest will always return?
He's really got that hustler mindset. Bro's got that JP Morgan mentality. That's that quarter-zip discipline, cuz. Yeah, gang. Yeah, a few individuals that make it out, cuz. This guy's one of them.
Damn, man, come on! What's the matter with you? There is no tomorrow! There is no tomorrow! There is no tomorrow!
Council has discussed crypto regulations and legislations at length, and we have come to the conclusion that instead of regulating, we are going to ape a fat bag each into laptop and pump it to over $1,300,000,000,000,000,000,000,000 market cap. Let's fucking go, crackheads.
Bro, gambling in 2025 is crazy. I just bet that Israel would bomb Lebanon, and now I'm up $400. Bro, just bet on Israel bombing people. Like, you literally can't lose. Like, it's free money.
You want to know what I found out the other day?
What did you find out the other day?
Did you know the entire Earth is $315 trillion in debt?
Whoa.
Yeah.
What?
Who do they owe money to?
Bro, who are they getting money from?
It blows my mind that, first off, you have everything on the planet here to live for free.
You literally have everything you need.
And then you invent a system that creates a deterioration of your own resources.
You created a store of value that's literally storing less and less value every day. Every day.
And you're increasing your technology, and yet somehow you still owe money to someone, and it's $315 trillion. There's not enough paper to print that much cash. What are they doing?
Dude, Earth is like the worst meme coin. It's the worst.
It got rugged.
You may have noticed that crypto's crashing again, like it did in 2022 and 2018 and 2013. You get the picture. But there's something different about this crash that you need to know about. Crypto has always gone through boom-bust cycles, but now, thanks to loosening regulations, people can buy financial products that give them exposure to Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies through the regulated stock markets. They're called ETFs, and over $100 billion worth of crypto was bought by ETFs in the past 2 years, as the size of the market seemed to only go up. But in October of last year, after Bitcoin briefly reached an all-time high price of $125,000, investors began to take some risk off the table and sell their shares of these ETFs. The result? The price of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies has nosedived. As of the time of recording this video, Bitcoin is down nearly 50% in just 4 months. So what happens now? Well, we'll see how much actual money is backing these cryptocurrencies. When people sell their shares of the crypto ETFs, the Wall Street firms that issue them, like BlackRock, turn to the crypto exchanges like Coinbase to actually sell the Bitcoin. But if there aren't enough buyers, then the price starts plunging. What's the floor? Well, zero. 売れ。下げろ下げろ下げろダメビリがねえぞビリが情は増えている。秩序はもうもろだろう。だが生産占いだ。そこは撃った。No, no, no! Fuck it!
何を見ている？そこだ。
Punky, on me, funky, monkey, punky, pump it, price, jump it, hop in a new whip, paid for by Punky. I'm just too lit. Somebody say something. A monkey that look like a frog, price look just like a dog's, full of some chads and gods. Fudders is mad I bought. Word to your mothers, this monkey is doing a lot. Take out a hammer, I'm whacking a fudder, just cleaning the face. Jumping on Twitter, take over the space. Punky is pumping, increasing the pace. A monkey that look like a frog, paid for my flight to Prague. Touchdown, Punky Lamborghini rental in the garage. She's at my Punky, we had a menage. No, she not Nikki, cause I'm too picky. That's why my portfolio is long as a blog. All about Punky and why that shit rocks. Punky take over the block, watch. Punky, on me, funky, monkey, punky, pump it, price, jump it, hop in a new whip, paid for by Punky. I'm just too lit. Somebody say something. Punky, on me, funky, monkey, punky, pump it.
But like most of the people who are buying assets at some point want to sell the assets at a profit.
People that use fiat currency as a store of value, we call them poor. We call them poor. People that use fiat currency, we call them poor. We call them poor. We call them poor. We call them poor. There's a name for them. We call them poor. We call them poor. Okay?
Council has discussed crypto regulations and legislations at length, and we have come to the conclusion that instead of regulating, we are going to ape a fat bag each into laptop and pump it to over $1,300,000,000,000,000,000,000,000 market cap. Let's fucking go, crackhead.
You want to know what I found out the other day?
What did you find out the other day?
Did you know the entire Earth is $315 trillion in debt?
Whoa.
Yeah.
What?
Who do they owe money to?
Bro, who are they getting money from?
It blows my mind that first off, you have everything on the planet here to live for free.
You literally have everything you need.
And then you invent a system that creates a deterioration of your own resources.
You created a store of value that's literally storing less and less value every day. Every day.
And you're increasing your technology, and yet somehow you still owe money to someone, and it's $315 trillion. There's not enough paper to print that much cash. What are they doing?
Dude, Earth is like the worst meme coin. It's the worst.
It got rugged.
Earth got rugged.
I'm interested in getting a new property. What's your monthly income? Zero. Okay. I got over $1 million in crypto. All right, we can work with that. Is it in Bitcoin, Ethereum? Yeah, I got ticker Bitcoin. Harry Potter, Obama, Sonic, Taninu. Harry Potter, banana, what? I mean large caps. I got 500K in fart coin. We can't accept fart coin as collateral, sir. Okay, I've got 500K in Zcash. We could work with that. Can I see the evidence? I'm sorry, it's private. It's in the shielded pool. Okay, can you just get the fuck out of here? Just get the fuck out of here. Just.
By the science guy. Bill Nye, the science guy. Bill. By the science guy. Bill Nye, the science guy. Bill.
Do I have your attention now? Do I have it?
Good. I thought so.
Right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night here from Las Vegas, Nevada. Hope you all are doing well and having a good day wherever you may be. Oh, damn. We've been doing a lot of episodes.
Yep.
I've lost count.
It's been a lot. It's been a lot.
We are on one for sure. But we are, I guess, I'll figure out what episode we're on later, but 900 something.
900 something. Fuck.
Oh man. But what do you call it? Today we're going to be talking about the Ethereum power balance shifting. Who's on the come up? So we have Coinbase getting more market share. We have Lido out here getting more market share, especially from institutions. We have some projects that we barely even heard about starting to come back into the space. I think we were talking about Casper a little bit prior to the stream. So lots of interesting stuff. And then we have some closures with BitMEX and Bitmart. Bitmart was actually because Ethereum got drained.
Yeah.
So Ethereum, I would say, or Ethereum related stuff, like basically a lot of what Wall Street's building is revolving around Ethereum.
Yeah.
And so I would say like 70, 80% of a lot of the stuff that's kind of shifting in power balances mainly has to do with it kind of all rolls back towards Ethereum at some level.
And this is actually I think we were going to do an episode on this, but there wasn't just enough just to do a complete episode on it.
Right.
But this is like the ETFs are having a pretty profound effect on the actual exchanges themselves, because now, granted, we're in a bear market, so volumes go down. So that's a big chunk of it.
Yeah.
But other chunk of it is there's some investors are looking and like it costs quite a lot to buy through exchanges, and it costs almost nothing to buy through your ETF, Bitcoin or Ethereum.
Yeah, the fees are low.
The fees are low, even on Solana as well. The Solana fees are higher than the Bitcoin or Ethereum fees, but still relative compared to like buying on an exchange, it's way lower. And you just got to go through your old infrastructure. So like there's been kind of a drop off in DCAs, but that's pretty. But we'll see how that kind of turns up later on in the cycle, like going into 27 and 28. As the volume comes back, to see if like, oh wow, kind of you're right, like the DEX volume is, I mean not the DEX volume, but the centralized exchange volume is going down, because DEX volume is starting to go up now, which is good.
Yeah, it's going to be a weird hybrid between stuff that's done on chain versus stuff that's not. I think Coinbase is a good example of within crypto, kind of where those lines are being blurred.
Yeah.
Because they're getting into the DEX space, or not the DEX space, but basically the layer 2 chain space. Robinhood's also doing the same. So you're kind of getting like crypto that wants to be partially TradFi and TradFi that wants to be partially crypto.
Right.
Canto Network is one that I'm like, it's going to be interesting to watch, because we've had a couple banking and government related projects. The ones that that have done well in their early days, they usually kind of like lose volatility after a while.
Yeah.
We have seen Ondo do extremely well over a long period of time. But then if you look at the returns, I guess recently compared to Bitcoin and Ethereum, it's more normalized. There was another one. Oh, Quant. Remember that coin?
Yeah.
Quant. I don't even think that thing's still around, but that was, I believe, created by the FBI, which is fucking insane, right? First of all. That one did really well at the beginning and then also normalized in price. So,
oh, look at this.
Ooh,
my conspiracy. Did I not say this yesterday? Did we
talked about it? There's actually some really good,
man.
Like, not only that, but like there's some really good like live news that's coming out all this afternoon. So like
this beaner don't miss, bro. This beaner don't miss.
You want to share your screen?
Yeah, dude. I'll definitely share my screen on that. No, I'll share it right now. Give 1 second. All right. So go ahead, Kyle. So I was talking about this, a possible alliance between Robinhood and Crypto.com, mostly based off of the VC investments that have been done through Citadel Securities. Citadel Securities is the main clearinghouse for Robinhood. And they've just recently, in the last 2 weeks, did a $400 million deal, basically to buy equity within the company at a $20 billion valuation into Crypto.com. And look at this. Robinhood is now reporting in talks with Crypto.com to add its prediction market contracts to the Robinhood app. Wonder why? I wonder why. So this whole alliance I said about Base and Solana are in one team, and Robinhood and Crypto.com are the teams have been set.
Yeah, alliances
Holy
are starting.
Shit.
Yep.
It was a conspiracy theory. Now true. Now true. Because that's crazy, man, dude. God damn, bro. Fucking knocked it out of here, bro.
Knock your phone out of here.
And it's gone.
Yeah, make sure the finger's pointed. But what do you call it? What was the other news from Citadel today? That one was also pretty impactful.
Let me find it real quick. Here it is. And also, in unrelated news, Citadel Securities expects the Federal Reserve to raise its interest rates this week in a surprise move.
Yeah, I mean, Bitcoin price has dropped immediately.
Yes.
We've been waiting for the shoe to drop on Bitcoin's price, I would say, for last 2.5 weeks.
Yeah.
It was looking like, hey, it should drop here any moment. And it's been holding up like a champ until this. Yes. So, I mean, we said there's last night on Moon Gang, we were saying there's going to be a lot of volatility this week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday are going to be the time to pay attention going into the Fed meeting. And if they do raise rates, boy,
that's a change of direction. And that is not good, you guys.
Yeah,
it's good for you guys if you're going to buy.
Yes, it's going to be actually good, I think, going into webinars because what do you call it? Early August. I said, what day is it today? Today is the 27th. We did not hit a new high. We broke down. We're probably coming down and hitting the trend line. That I would say does lead to the 60-day cycle low being in on June 5th, which would mean we're on day 52, which would mean probably about 1 to 2 weeks of downside.
Yeah.
With Bitcoin, this is going to be the interesting part. And I'm going off of if they do raise rates, right?
Yes,
there's
on
no
the
guarantee.
29th.
Yeah, there's no guarantee on Wednesday that happens, but it's looking like from this very probable.
Yeah.
And so if we were to drop, Bitcoin would want to drop to 57,500 or lower.
Or lower.
It would want to.
Yeah.
Now, if it can't get to that level, but it falls into that time period, that's going to set up for, well, either way, it's going to set up for a good trade opportunity within the Crypto Mindset course for the month of August, I think. But
it's almost like we planned to have the course out of this time.
Shit.
It seems to magically always happen when we sell the course. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, we had this all lined up so that if it played out like this as we expected, then we could get a really good move. So the two scenarios that I have now, if this happens, are one, what's the more bullish scenario? The more bullish scenario is we hold up above 58,000.
Yeah. Because what did we touch last time? 57?
57 and some change.
Some change.
So like I think the actual low on July 1st was 57,735.
It's just the one thing that scares me a little bit with like is anytime they do change direction, the Fed, it is massive move.
Yeah.
It is massive to the up or the downside for equities, or just, well, I should say just anything, any kind of financial asset. Because like the last time we had interest rate change in concept, right, was like we went from 0 or 0.02%, 25 basis points, and they increased it by 25 basis points in January of 2022. First directional change in almost like 10 years. And did we go down? Did we go down? It was brutal. Obviously, they can't raise it that much. Like, I mean, what's the most they could raise it? 1% max. They can't go that high. And then two, they're kind of fucking themselves as well. Like, actually, put up my screen again, Kyle. Look what it says right there, right? So, Citadel Securities expects the Federal Reserve to raise interest rates this week. Surprise move strengthening Chairman Kevin Warsh's credibility in his battle with inflation. And I want to highlight this comment right here. Americans should seize the Federal Reserve in a counter surprise move. That's a good one. Counter strike. Yeah. But if they do raise rates, it'll be 25 basis points. But I mean, they're just within a rock and a hard place. They have to lower rates. But this is going to be a huge problem. Like, because this is going to probably cause some profit taking on the stock market as well.
Oh, absolutely.
Because it's not good. It's not good. I mean, I think a surprise rate cut would be actually better. And then, like, you could. I mean, it's so funny because Trump just literally said, like, we really need the Federal Reserve to cut rates, and then they come up with this bullshit.
Which leads me to believe they're trying to make it look like it's not political, right? They're trying that post there said leads to Kevin Warsh's credibility.
All right, put it
right. So they're trying to make him look good. I'm like, Trump's just doesn't even want markets to pump. He just wants to fleece.
Justin, President Trump says interest rates should be lowered. Well, no fucking shit.
Dude, what movie is that from? Because that's like one of the better Nicolas Cage
know.
movies.
I have no idea. That's funny, man.
He's one of the more ridiculous actors, but so good at it at the same time.
Right. I mean, it's kind of true with the comments that just end the war with Iran and chill, which is, literally like that'll calm everything down.
But then there's already a discussion of boots on the ground potential, I think.
I mean, I don't know whose boots.
18 plus.
How about this? We just send the Israelis and go, bros. Go, have fun. If you want your boots on there, shit, I'm down.
They ain't never doing that shit.
Yeah.
They're going to Lebanon. They've already got 20% of that country taken over, which is insane. But no.
They cry as they strike you,
Exactly, right? So we get Jemmy says episode 981. Thanks for the assist there, Jemmy. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
But I think this is enough catalyst. So the thing is I think the fear levels we'll see kind of what they end up being in the next few days. But I mean, shit, this is the biggest drop Bitcoin has had.
We only gave
the end of June,
right? Because we only given this credence because Citadel said it. Yeah, they almost don't say any. That's the reason. And you guys, they're a fucking huge player, bros.
Yes,
huge player. They're the clearinghouse, basically for Robinhood and a lot of other places. Like, they basically know they front run every transaction you do. They know everything you're about to do before. As soon as you do it, they're already in front of you.
Yeah.
So they have an infinite money glitch on Robinhood and now on crypto.com. And I would imagine they're going to expand their portfolio to the cosmos.
You can't let crypto start flourishing without, making sure we get our cut.
Because I won't say what exchange just yet, but there's an exchange that just started LPing stocks to crypto.
Yes.
Which is huge news, by the way, because the APRs are insane. Like, you can do Apple to USDC or Google to USDC, and it's like 190% APR.
Bro, like, it's going to blow people on Wall Street's minds.
Oh, I know, dude. And this is why I do like, this is why it's an improvement, because if that tokenized shares are actually under your ownership and those shares can't be lent, because that's also another thing Citadel does as a clearinghouse is they manage this as an example, but technically there's another corporation on top of it that actually holds the real shares. Is that they essentially have them all, so they can lend them out for people to go like margin long or short, basically, right? Well, in crypto, you have to pay people for Bitcoin to short. Now, if you can have fake Bitcoin contracts, but the industry doesn't really like it, but they do it.
Yeah,
but,
it's not as prevalent just because
in crypto.
Well, and mainly, for Arthur Hayes and BitMEX, when they created the perpetual swaps, it was like, okay, like, we can't make you owe us money because technically you just got the Bitcoin there,
Right.
Right, and like the exchanges, in crypto have been somewhat shady to say the least. Over somewhat, but so they're like, okay, let's at least have the right to zero people out.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I guess that's a good middle ground.
Oh my God.
But yeah, no, you have to rely on the regular Wall Street ETF, or not ETFs, but any. I would say the leverage of futures on the CME. I don't know if I don't think those ones are the perpetuals. I think those ones you actually owe the CME probably more if it goes beyond your position.
I think you're right. Yeah.
Possibly. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'd have to double check. But yeah, so this drop on Bitcoin price is pretty significant. And we have 47 minutes to the daily close. That's not even that much time. We're below the 20-day moving average. Basically, Bitcoin in the next 24 hours is most likely to hit about 62K or a little bit lower. And from there, then you'll start seeing a bit of a cascade sell-off more than likely. But yeah, we've been kind of waiting for that moment where it's either going to break below 63 or it's going to pump above 67. And it looks like the path has been chosen. But I think the thing I was going to say before was a lot of people would think, oh, we're going to go so low. And if we do hold up a little bit better above like 58, we don't go down to 57 or lower. If we go to 57 or lower, like we just kind of have to see once the dust settles. But if we hold 58 or higher, then that's going to, like, the beginning of the next 60-day cycle will be pretty damn bullish, at least off the bounce off of that. If we hold up, right? So that's kind of the key thing there. So we'll look at the chart a little bit later. Trying to think, was there any other news? Because I know you'd pulled up a couple articles that we were looking at.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if that was all of them.
There's one more. I mean, there's this one, which is pretty important. Oh, actually, whoops, I have to do it over here. Oops.
Oh, that's happening tomorrow, right?
Yeah, that's happening tomorrow. I mean, it is pretty big news. There's a trading. There's something to make some money on this. So,
is there a time on that?
Yeah. Yeah. So technically, yes. So basically, tomorrow around so I'd imagine around noon. So 00 UTC time.
Okay.
Basically.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So Zcash activates Ironwood. Network upgrade tomorrow around block 3,428,143.
3.4 million.
Yeah, so 3.4 million. Well, technically 3.420 million.
28 and 143.
And 143. Introducing a new shielded pool, quantum recoverability features, and stronger supply verification via turnstile mechanism. So basically, they're gonna take the panties off this thing. How many coins exist? Put brand new panties on.
Clean ones.
Clean ones, and basically have a door where it counts, it clicks in and out, whatever comes in and out. Because you can't lie anymore. It'd be interesting. The quantum recoverability features is going to be interesting. That seems to me like if someone actually quantum hacks it, then they essentially have a button to like steal back the money. That's what it sounds like to me, but I'm going to double check on that. But this is huge because if they find out no Zcash was printed, this bitch is going. But here's a problem. If the Fed increases interest rates on the 29th, it kind of it slows that pump off right there.
Yeah.
But I would imagine with this, when Zcash pumps tomorrow, Monero's also going to pump as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think even if the Fed did cut, hike rates.
Pull if they cut. Oh,
I was like, yeah, opposite.
Let me rain dance.
Right. But if they did hike rates or whatever, and it did kind of mute Zcash on that news.
Yeah.
If we get a good trade set up in that first week of August or so, then I would say it's kind of make Zcash a little bit of an easier play if you see the right setup, just because people will already forgotten the news after like a week. So yeah, that'd be pretty good. But I did want to mention Lido in particular. So if you could pull this one up, Kyle. I thought this was kind of interesting just because I'm like, who are going to be the biggest companies and the biggest organizations in crypto? Which ones are having the biggest effect? We know Lido has some of the most staked ETH compared to any platform. I think I'd have to pull up the chart, but I think Binance, Coinbase, and maybe one other centralized crypto exchange are pretty far behind them. And so Lido has been chosen by, I would say, several institutional type type organizations. I think it was, I don't remember if it was Fidelity or something else. But yeah, basically they're, what do you call it? Trying to make it easier for people to do staking. So they're consolidating $16 billion worth of ETH as they roll out their V2. So they're continuing to upgrade. They're continuing to build. Pretty much any organization, as long as they're trying to build in a bear market, and they already have some market share that they're trying to expand, they should continue to do well. But one of the heads of Lido is Kobe, the guy who got kind of famous on the Up Only podcast, as well as the 2017 Twitter cycle for crypto Twitter. He's now working at Coinbase.
Yes.
So it's kind of it's like not a conflict of interest exactly,
but it's like double dipping a little bit.
It is double dipping, right?
Yeah. And he's like he's basically head of their trading, not desk, but essentially kind of like customer interface for trading and stuff. So he's basically he's trying to make their products, which they're like, I don't want to say they're laughable, but like when they launched Coinbase One, nobody's really using it, like comparatively to like other things. But I can tell you why a lot of people aren't trading 100% on Coinbase is because they don't want to get taxed. Yeah. They're high, they're like, no, I've had this Ethereum for over a year. All right. And then they're like, taxman, yeah, I held it for a year and I sold it 15% taxes to me. Thank you. Yep. And that's what a lot of people are doing, right? If they're paying taxes at all, right? So that's one. I mean, so they are. It's catching retail. Like that's why, like they're gonna like. I wouldn't be shocked that Coinbase is gonna end up making their own prediction market or something, because like they're gonna hype. I mean, that's gonna happen the next 2 years, like and this is why like the competition, like this is like for Hyperliquid, right? Like there's gonna be more and more competition. Now, obviously, with Hyperliquid, it's kind of in a weird zone right now where they essentially don't do any KYC, and they're not, and like they've been called out for it. Like, like what the hell? You guys are basically running a fucking like wild west saloon here in the middle of the cowboy era when like all the fences are going up, and then why are you guys allowed to do it and we're not? Because it's basically like I went to jail. Like CZ's like I went to jail for like 4 months for that, and I'm doing way less than you guys.
Yeah, it's like who's friends with who, right?
Right.
And yeah, I think Kalshi as well is starting to get a lot of bite back. I think they tried to sue Netflix recently for coming out with misinformation about their platform. So you kind of got a battle between a lot of these unregulated things and then the ones that are actually above board and regulated. So yeah, I think, man, Lido is just one that I think a lot of people forget to pay attention to, because I mean, it's simply just a staking protocol. But yeah, just the Kobe and the people behind it just have so much power when it comes to Ethereum. I'm like, that's definitely why he got the Coinbase job, and then Coinbase is like, okay, how can we make a deal? Because I think before he ended up working there, we were talking about they made, well, how much money did they give him? Like $70 million or something?
It was quite a lot.
Just for
podcast? It was like
podcast.
A podcast. It was like 30 million or something like that dollars for it. Let me look.
Yeah, it was multiple tens of millions for sure. And the fact that we were saying, they just basically paid him off because he never did a podcast for Coinbase. But then he ends up, taking the role there. So it's like, okay, interesting.
25 million.
Okay.
25 million, which is a fuck ton. And then they never even made a single fucking episode. And why aren't they suing? They obviously can't sue for an ETF and all that. I mean, not an ETF, an NFT, but like, when. Obviously, that was some bribe money. So,
Yeah, well, and I don't even, did they even report how much he's getting paid for his role at Coinbase? I don't think they did.
I don't think they haven't. Oh.
Interesting. So
I bet you could look it in their financials. It has to be there somewhere
on the quarterly reports. Yeah, maybe 3 months later, once they come out, their Q3 reports would probably come out towards October, I would guess. So, or maybe September, October. So, but yeah, it's interesting to just kind of note, okay, who are the players? Where are they shuffling around? Which ones are becoming more relevant? Which ones are becoming less relevant? And all of that. It's just good to kind of keep those nuggets in mind, because you never know at some point in the bull market, kind of like what you were saying with Crypto.com and Citadel, or sorry, Crypto.com and Robinhood, but merged basically from their connection through Citadel. That type of stuff we noticed simply because we've been kind of paying attention to those little nuggets, those little, I guess, evidence bits. And then when they finally come together, you're like, oh, interesting. Okay, I didn't see that coming. So yeah, Lido's just one. Keep an eye on it. And then this was the Ethereum validator queue, because I think yesterday we talked about it's mostly onboarding, people trying to put money in to stake on Ethereum rather than take out. I think, what do you call it? You have your entry versus exits. You had your exits highest September 11th of last year, Miguel. The chart peaked. Basically, you had as many people exiting as possible, and that continued until the end of October.
Yep.
That did mark pretty much the top for crypto. And now, interestingly enough, it's coming down below the low that it already had in April of this year. So it's starting to kind of, what do you call it? Come down here a little bit on the entries. So I think it had the all-time high in entries, looks like about February, when price had crashed the most earlier this year. So when price is crashing, people are like, I guess I'll just throw it in there, lock it, forget about it for a couple of years, come back and get it later. So yeah, just interesting to kind of see the stats of what's moving, what's shaking here for Ethereum. We don't really have any Michael Saylor buys on the charts recently. So we got Bitmine here still buying ETH. I think they bought just a few $1 million worth in this most recent round. They're basically 96% of the way there. It's kind of like each month they're like adding like an extra 1% or something like that.
They just bought 20 million today.
Yeah.
Or 19 point, whatever million.
Yeah, which is a drop in the bucket.
Yeah.
But
they're really close already. I mean, they're pretty much there. There's 6 million Ethereum goal. Fuck.
Yeah, and they're not trying to go over it either. Like we did speculate earlier in the bear market, we're like, well, if prices keep getting cheaper, it's going to be easier for them to get more percentage, but they're sticking to that percentage. So they're not trying to get best dollar cost average price overall.
Right.
But you got to at least say, hey, they are buying, right? Whereas Michael Saylor is still trying to drum up cash, basically. So, but they are earlier. What do you call it? Than strategies, full cycle into it. This is just their first cycle. So they had a lot of cash to burn to basically throw in there. But we have other people buying more ETH.
Yeah.
So this is a mysterious whale buying ETH, according to Looks On Chain. So what? This was in the middle of the night over the past 2 hours, 3 newly created wallets. They're assuming of the same whale, spent 50 million DAI to buy 25,425 ETH.
Nice.
Local high at 1968. As we see price dropping, I think what's ETH price right now? Yeah, ETH price is about $100, not quite $100 lower than that. Oopsies. Right now, so. Yeah, I mean, anytime a whale comes in and buys that much, they're not always going to get the best price. I think Michael Saylor is notorious for worst purchase price buyer in all of crypto. But yeah, when we see stuff like this happening, though, it's just, I think, another confirmation. It's like, okay, smart money is buying, smart money is going in hard. That just means it's a good time to dollar cost average for the rest of us.
Yeah, I mean, the Ethereum float's pretty low. I mean, 33% of all Ethereum staked right now in validator pools. They're still, I mean, you have the top funds are all buying. You have ETFs that are going to be buying Ethereum. You have these whales that are also buying down here. You have us also buying right now as well. So it's like there's not that much Ethereum just like openly out here, man.
Yeah.
And I would imagine that since they bought it with DAI, they probably bought it off chain. So they bought it off with Uniswap or CowSwap, basically. So less Ethereum in the pools, you guys. Pools closed.
It's getting more scarce. It's getting more and more scarce.
And that's why Ethereum's been doing so well, like, lately. It's not like it's like the smashing success, but like it's starting to, I mean, Ethereum's starting to get kind of rare, basically.
Yep.
Finally.
Speaking about being closed,
Oh no. Oh no.
We have the Q3 crypto mindset course still open for the time being.
For now.
For now. But tomorrow is the final day to get in, and we have seen a smart group of people rushing in here, making sure that they got it before the limit is up on the 28th. So come over here to cultivatecrypto.com/shop. Jump into the Q3 crypto mindset course. You can scan the QR code up there in the top, what is that, the top left of the screen. Scan that, will bring you right to the page. Lots of different ways that you can pay here. You can also scroll down and get a payment in crypto and get 10% off. So it's a good time to be jumping in the crypto mindset course. Make sure you do before it closes, because once it closes, it's gone. I mean, the only way to kind of hack the system now would be to buy the 3 or 5 year.
Why are you giving him the hacks?
I'm just saying,
Charlie, keep that on the fucking low. That's like the fucking warp key and shit. You know, you just give that out to people, dude. Like,
use it. No.
Hey.
So yeah, if you get the 3 or 5 year,
damn it,
you get the 3 or 5 year, you can basically have something called the golden ticket. What's the golden ticket, Miguel?
Everyone loves the golden ticket. The golden ticket is basically you lock in. So if you buy the 3-year Citadel package or the 5-year Citadel package, which basically locks you in for 26, 27, 28, 29, 20, 30, and 31. You basically, if you buy the 5-year, you get 2 tickets. Basically, you get 2 tickets for 2 crypto mindset courses and 2 crash out courses that can be used at any point in time in the 5 years, in the next 5 years. And no matter if we increase prices, whether it's closed halfway through, it could be last webinar, I want in, and we got to let you in.
Yep. No
fucking bullshit. Fucking bullshit. Like,
Yep.
I can imagine there's gonna be one guy, dude. Like, I can already see it now because this always has to happen. Someone's gonna be like, I just got into the 5-year. Let me in the CMC, dude. There's like 2 webinars left. I don't care. I want in.
I want all the recordings.
All right, fine. You're in.
Are webinars recorded?
Yeah.
Yes.
We're like 2 months into it and shit. Like, yo, when's the first webinar? Dog, you came in fucking at the end.
We'll share the webinar schedule again here a little bit later, but yeah, now's the time. Make sure you get it. It's a good time. So where was I? Oh yeah, so we were talking about millions of dollars going to Ethereum. Very lovely.
Oh, and one last thing too, like the prices on the Citadel 3-year, 5-year, and the 1 year are going to go up eventually.
Yes.
So this is like the starting price on it. We are at some point going to increase the price of the Citadel per month. And but if you lock it in, you lock it in. I mean, that's just the truth. So
yep.
Get in now before. I mean, dude, like not getting into 3 years is insane because like you have the entire fucking bull run. The whole bull run. That's insane. You get this year 26 the bottom, 27 bull market year, 28 bull market year, 29 bull market year, and then you ride off into the sunset.
Beautiful. Yeah, I mean, the 3 year is right there, and the 5 year is right here. If you just jump in, you can see those. I mean, the 5 year is great because you get the 2 free crypto mindset courses, 2 free crash out courses, or you could just take $600 off once a year on the CMC, and you get the exclusive full cycle participant chat as well. So that chat is going to be, I think, mighty interesting. So a lot of inside baseball.
Yeah.
On the come up there. So
should I even say I shouldn't even say this on YouTube. No. But there's something I'll tell Citadel, in the private chats and stuff, and I'll tell Citadel in the when I do a call and stuff for the Citadel. If you're part of that 5-year group, you'll be the first to know something.
Yes.
The first to know. And that's as far as I can say on YouTube. I'm not going to say any more than that, but if you know, you know, bro. If you know, you know. I mean, that's right. Spacebank's right. You getting divorced, she can't take it away from you. That's right.
That's right.
That's right. You see, protecting your assets into the future. If you
protect the Citadel.
Yeah. Okay, I need to talk to you for something. Like off camera though. can I buy 14 of these in a row and then just refund me 13 back? Possibilities.
I'm not so sure about that one.
Reverse injection.
We're trying to help me. JK, we're not doing that to anybody. You know, just joking around.
But yeah, so if you get in there, that chat's going to be mighty nice. So we'll probably have some interesting discussion in there during the crypto mindset course too.
Right.
My assumption is most of the guys who are already in that will be in this Citadel, in this course. So yeah, we should have some interesting information. If you are part of this group and you're not in the current course, you're like, hey, I'm going to save my 2 free crypto mindset courses and 2 free crash out courses for future reference.
Right.
You can ask us, questions like, hey, you have a very specific question about what's happening at the course. We'll let you in on it.
And can you put up the latest comment, the newest comment right there? So this is actually an interesting question. So we get this every time. So Liam said it was okay for me to. I don't know who told Liam it was okay. No. But yeah, typically if you ask us ahead of time before the course sales close, hey, I need a couple days, we'll let you in. But once it's closed, it is closed unless you have the golden ticket. Right. But yeah, typically, if you tell us like, hey man, I don't get paid until the next day and stuff. Can I just get in that day? Yeah, it's fine.
Exactly.
But you have to email us. Yeah.
Yes. Just email us support@cultivatecrypto.com and say, hey, getting into the CMC, maybe in the title or something like that. And then just say, hey, need a couple extra days. So as long as you give us that pre-warning, we're more than happy to put you in there. Let's see here. So yeah, I just wanted to share this tweet from Ethereum Institutional. Talking about different organizations that are on the come up. Ethereum Institutional. This is the accelerating institutional adoption of Ethereum. They have less than 10,000 followers already. Wow. I would think they'd be beyond that, but a lot of people are not paying attention.
That's right. But we are
every day. So yeah, Ethereum Institutional is basically Ethereum Foundation 2.0. It's the second Ethereum Foundation built by Joseph Lubin and Tom Lee, among others, of course, but just one to kind of get familiar with going into the next cycle. And they're, starting to, I think they have a little bit more of a plan to market ETH. Like Vitalik, he's kind of like, hey, I let the protocol do the talking. Whereas here they actually want to, do the Tom Lee permabull, just get everybody to FOMO into ETH, which is nice. And so they were sharing this here, which is market share by chain for stablecoin market cap. And we know that this has kind of been a rule in crypto for many, many years. Whenever you do have more stablecoins coming onto the network, prices increase. You can take it off there if you want, Kyle, so that way it doesn't cover up anything for this one. But so they have Ethereum with 55.6%. And one we were talking about yesterday,
right?
Tron, next up.
The next
31%, right? Because they're big with that, the Chinese stable coins with USDT. Then you have basically everybody else, right? Solana, Hyperliquid, Base, and so on and so forth. But really kind of not important numbers there. So
the Tron bull thesis, if you like after the stream, if you want to watch something, go watch our last Moon Gang episode from last night.
Yeah.
Fire.
Can't deny the numbers.
Like Tron's a part of the list now, bro. I have so come to it. Like I don't hate money, bro. But it's interesting. It's going to be interesting to see if it does a 4x or it does an 8x this cycle. Because previously, I think it like its first cycle, it within a moderate time of you, if you were able to get in, you basically got a 30x where like you were able to DCA for a long period of time of it being like at a penny or lower, right? And it went to 33 cents. On the next run up, I think it crashed to basically like 5 cents, and it went up to like, if I remember correctly, I think it went to 44 cents. And so it managed to get up to like basically did about a 16x, if I remember correctly on the numbers. And then this last cycle was an 8x. So we'll see. Maybe it does an 8x or maybe it does a 4x possibly, but it's a steady Eddie grower.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah.
The one thing with Tron, you got to know, okay, it's a shit coin that, has a lot of volume, basically, especially with the stable coin. So that's what's keeping it going. Like you said yesterday, if something did happen to Justin Sun, not great.
Not great.
So this one, I think, is very leader heavy.
Yes.
So there we were back on the data here. So they say over 55% of stablecoin market cap lives on Ethereum mainnet, including L2s. It's nearly 60%. Issuers keep choosing Ethereum for the same reason: security, reliability, deep liquidity, and DeFi ecosystem that gives a stablecoin utility the moment it's live. Circle, Tether, Sky, Athena, all built on Ethereum and scaled. Fidelity, PayPal, Societe Generale have followed the same path over the past year, while JP Morgan's JPMD settles on Base. But Ethereum remains the default settlement layer for institutional digital asset strategy and the best place to do business. So, yeah, this is kind of cool because it's more like a corporate, hey, ETH is great type of foundation. That's the way they're looking at it. So pretty positive for growth on ETH. If we do take a look here at total stablecoin market cap, let's refresh that. $309 billion. USDT is 59% of that. And we haven't seen an increase since we increased into May, and then it's kind of dropped off since then. So when we do see another increase here, timing wise, we're so close to the 4-year cycle low, it could somewhat mark the low. I would say this probably, because like you could say it's been relatively stable since October. It went up a bit and then kind of came back down. So as long as it kind of maintains that level, I'd say that's overall bullish for crypto as well. But when you take a look at ETH, whether it's like a, what do you call it, like a low cap altcoin, let's say like virtuals or others that are built on ETH, like what are some of the either coins or projects or companies or organizations that you're like, oh, this one's probably gonna be interesting to just kind of keep an eye on in the next bull market?
Right. In terms of like just the Ethereum ecosystem, or which one?
Well, I mean, yeah, you can talk about other ecosystems too, and maybe we can compare how they relate to Ethereum. But yeah, I just find there's been quite a bit on Ethereum. But yeah, anyone's fine.
Yeah, I mean, anywhere there's going to be RWAs, there's going to be large stablecoin adoption. So, but most of the big RWAs are kind of on L2s or L1s on Ethereum, basically. Or by L1, I mean they're actually on their main kind of like trading pages on their main like you almost got to think of it like their main shop is on ETH, but then you also have ones where like they have their own chain, but like they're basically an Ethereum 2.0 copy effectively, which is connected to Ethereum anyway. So all roads lead back to Ethereum no matter what. For the most part, there is a couple that like do have their own chain and stuff like kind of like Hyperliquid right now, but then Hyperliquid's being pretty traded on Solana and in other chains now where you can buy them basically. But they kind of did roll their own sort of thing basically. Yeah, I mean, I would say Ondo's a big one with the RWAs. You're getting kind of a couple more micro players. I mean, there's the Index as well, which is on Robinhood, but it's still pretty small. But with like any place where you can just trade equities, then at some point when people cash out, they're going to cash out into stables. So that creates a lot of stable demand. So I think you're still going to have Ethereum as kind of the number one stable hub, and I think Tron as well, because Tron's actually pivoting into RWAs as well. So that'll protect kind of like their sort of nest egg in terms of like Tether transactions or Tether growth and stuff. And then we're just gonna have to see. So I would imagine Solana is probably going to be like third place. It's kind of like the list you showed earlier. It's going to be sort of like that, but you might get some new incumbents and players because like Base is going to explode in stables, and so is Robinhood Chain and BNB. Like BNB is going to have to like try a little harder probably. Polygon, I think, is going to continue to kind of fall off. Arbitrum is going to probably Arbitrum is going to keep its spot right there because of they're making about 10% of the revenue off of Robinhood. So if Robinhood just is a smashing success as bull run, it'll keep Arbitrum in line basically. And
profitable.
Actually, one that's not on here but is going to end up being on this list is going to be Aave. Yeah.
But yeah, because it's not a main layer one is what do you call it? Lending protocol, right?
Lending protocol and stuff, but like they're kind of coming back in force right now. There's like literally I'm seeing like one new article of some new partnership for Aave, like every other day. Like seriously, it's kind of crazy. Like AVAX as well. AVAX as well.
Surprisingly.
So that yeah, exactly right. It's surprising. Like Aave, not that surprising because it's a lending protocol, right? But they're starting to kind of open up shop everywhere now, which is kind of interesting. So obviously they're just on Ethereum and they're building on another layer one. But AVAX is kind of like, wow, kind of like a dark horse coming out of nowhere, kind of right back and stuff like that. So, I mean, well, let me see. AVAX
more adoption than Cardano.
Yeah, way more. Yeah, I mean, like driven by like Avalanche is now the top 10 chain by stablecoin market cap, above Ripple, Aptos, and Stellar. Stellar is actually another one that's going to explode as well.
Yeah, because the first half of next year they're going to be included with the DTCC infrastructure that's being built right now, or that's being tested right now, I should say. Yeah, I mean the one of all the incumbent layer ones, the one that I see falling off the most would be Cardano, but
they're in the news a lot right now.
They're in the news a lot. They're doing hard forks. What's his name? Hodgkinson said he was going to leave and came back a week later.
Yeah, no one believes that shit.
But speaking of Aave, right? Morpho has the deal with Robinhood to provide basically the liquidity layer for loans. I think it's I forgot the name of the other project. There's like 3 projects related to that essentially. But yeah, Morpho is kind of the winner when it comes to Base, when it comes to like their lending protocols. And so if you see like what happened with Aave over time and you're like, okay, I think Coinbase is it. I think, they're not only going to be stuck on Coinbase, they're going to go to other chains like Aerodrome. Like I can see, Aerodrome taking over a lot of the DEX volume on Ethereum. I can see Morpho taking over a lot of lending volume. I think they both might end up just being the Pepsi to the Coca-Cola, as we talk about with, the duopolies that we often see in crypto. So, but both of the projects are so early that they don't need to become the number one. They just need to become, top 5, top 2, and they just move like crazy. So, definitely projects to keep an eye on.
I mean, one last thing I just wanted to mention. I mean, it has nothing to do with crypto, but it does in a way. SpaceX is down to a new all-time low of $110.
Oh, so you're going sub 100 here, eh?
Yeah, I mean, I've said my strike zone's about $80, and I'll start just a little tap.
Yeah, it's nothing but down so far, right?
Yeah,
except for the very, very beginning.
Very beginning, yeah. So it hit a $3 trillion all-time high. It's still over $1 trillion in market cap right now, but it's getting closer and closer. I think 80 brings it just either at or just under $1 trillion.
Oh, okay.
So psychological numbers. So it's like if I start buying it, if I start DCAing at $1 trillion, when it hit 3, when it gets back to all-time high, it's at 3x and stuff, and then we can start, getting some real capital on that. Because I think long-term, like what they're doing, what the tech they're actually doing, and what they're doing over time, like over the next 10 years, like it's gonna win. But you gotta wait 10 years. But 10 years, like I said, like with BTC, right? Like right now, we're in the boomer era. Like right now, you too can be a boomer. Right now, you can work real hard and buy a $50,000 BTC, which is very possible, especially if they fucking increase rates on is it Wednesday? Is it Wednesday?
Yep.
Yeah, on Wednesday, right? You can buy your property that your grandchildren fight over. In the future and stuff. You too can be a millennial boomer. You too could be a Zoomer boomer. Sounds crazy, but you can do it, right? For $57,000, you too can own your little piece of property that will one day be worth more than $1 million a piece.
Digital real estate.
Yeah, because that most people are bitching like, oh my god, my grandma, my grandpa, they bought their house for $50,000 and now it's $1.5 million. You can also be that asshole and do that. Seriously, I mean, now we don't have a loan. You can't do a loan. Never vote trust. Yeah, because I think later on they're really going to try to fight hard about its real estate. Or it's going to because like, or I know it's digital gold, but it's.
Oh, you mean in terms of like saying, okay, it's not a commodity.
Yeah,
well, it's a commodity,
different
type than
correct.
Not digital gold, type commodity, more like
because we don't know how it's going to evolve in like 20 years.
Yes,
like because it's like we're still writing the fucking laws, right? I mean, what laws? I mean, like what laws? What the fuck?
Oh,
there was a time with the Commodities Commission and the fucking FTC and the fucking. I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if the fucking CIA is fighting for like control. Like, I mean, come on. Yeah, like
since what do you call it? Gavin Andreessen came in and told them what's up, right?
Then at the end, the Treasury Department says, "Nah, it's ours.
we're just gonna take it.
We're just gonna take it. You guys can't deliberate." And then Wall Street's like, if the Wall Street and the banks are just like, if you guys can't come up with the clarity rules, we're just gonna go ahead and make our own rules.
Yeah, which is kind of I'm like, I wonder like how much they base that on discussion that's already happened, or if they're just like, "Fuck it, you guys can do it. We're just gonna push it right through." Because like I wonder what the timing on that would be for them too, when they're like, okay, we're finally going to do that. My guess would be end of year, beginning of next year. They'll probably wait for the year to play out. They're like, okay, if you guys can't even come to that, then good question here from I can't read that, the Demon Slayer, right, with $5 says, so should I sell my Cardano then? Maybe put it into Stellar. It kind of depends on like how much you're down on it. What was the original thesis? Why are you holding it? Because a lot of the times in crypto, I mean, Cardano's come back from the dead more times than I think I can count. Like at least,
and the founder's still here. He's still very relevant.
Yeah.
I mean, like I think today he had an interview. I think today or yesterday he had an interview where they asked him like, so how was it getting kicked out of the Ethereum Foundation? Can you stop fucking asking me that question? Like, damn, dog. It's like how like it's like. How did it feel to get graped? It was horrible. And it was kind of funny. He got a blew up on the guy. He's like, can you be in? How lazy of a journalist? You have me in front of you. Let's ask some modern questions on Cardano. But like, I don't care. But but he got mad and blew up on the reporter and stuff.
Did he?
Yes. Yeah. I'll play it right now in a minute.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah. It's like, but it's keeping it relevant. It's better. It's some news better than no news. Yeah. Like
sure.
That's actually, I mean, he's kind of taking a page out of kind of like the Richard Hart book a little bit. You got to get drama and you got to keep it going. And then this keeps like Cardano kind of in the news. And then the people are like, it's in the news right now. This fucker ain't going to go away. Fuck, I'll DCA. I'll buy some Cardano right now. But here, let me find it real quick.
Yeah. I'll pull up the price while you're looking at that.
Sure.
Yeah. I mean, let's see. We got it on the weekly here. I mean, yeah, it's so close to support. I'd be surprised if it went much under 10 cents. If it gets to about 10 cents, I mean, that psychological.
Where's it at right now? 15?
15, yeah.
Okay.
And so what would that be from here? Yeah, to get sub 10 cents, you'd have to go more than 40% down. And Bitcoin going down like 10%, 20%, sure. But yeah, 40 would be kind of close to the limit there, I would say. So, oops. So yeah, Cardano, it's like, it's so close to the bottom. Personally, just keep it, hold it, maybe add a little to it. And then if you wanted to buy Stellar down the line, feel free. But Stellar does move in more like, what do you want to call it? Like pump and dumpy type moves, right? It pumps really quick.
Never.
No, they wouldn't do that.
If the Ukraine war ends, it will do a fucking ridiculous pump. Because like Stellar Lumens is the official central bank digital currency network for the central bank digital currency of the Ukraine. So last time when there was like a ceasefire, like it exploded in price. So if the war does end at some point, and then Russia takes 30 or 40% of the Ukraine, and they like, all right, fine, you keep it. It's gonna do well. Yeah, I have the video now. Go ahead.
Yeah, let's take a look.
Yeah, so I'm so tired of talking about Ethereum.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Charles, I want to take it back to you.
I want to take you back to the past.
Charles, I want to take it back to the origin story, and forgive me and indulge me a little bit here, because I've never had the chance to ask you in person. The actual story behind what happened.
No, yeah, let me. I'll just give me 1 second.
With the founding
I'm
of
not going to talk
Ethereum,
about
because
the founding of Ethereum, dude, and shame on you for asking it. Do some basic fucking research. It's been 12 years, and I've answered the question 400 times in every goddamn interview. Imagine my life experience, every interview. Hey, you worked at a place 12 years ago for 6 months and books have been written about it. Can you go back to that and walk me through step by step everything that happened? You're lazy. Dude, in any basic research, it is lazy. In any basic research, there are hundreds of interviews where I've spent 30 minutes, an hour, 2 hours talking about it, going back and forth about it.
Again,
12 years, man.
I had
12 years. You want to ask me about the 12 years of how we built Cardano to a $100 billion ecosystem and solved some of the hardest problems of computer science? Or you want to talk about 6 months of my life 12 years ago that I've already talked about 200 times, 300 times, 400 times? Again, if a traumatic event happens in your life and you're done talking about it, you've said what you wanted to say, it's not appropriate. Just keep badgering people after 12 years about the goddamn thing. I'm so tired of talking about Ethereum. You know, I'm so tired of it.
Damn. Yes, I think Sami said legit crash out.
It was kind of a crash out. But I mean, that's sort of the problem. I mean, like the classic story. I mean, he left early. Should have stayed a little longer, and he got fucked out of all the Ethereum he should have got. But he made a successful project that saved his butt. One cycle sooner than the other guy who made the RC20 token contract, which was what's his name from DOT.
Gavin Wood.
Gavin Woods and stuff. He also got kind of fucked over because they blamed him for like they blamed him for it wasn't his fault, but like they blamed him for the DAO hack because like Gavin actually did stay long enough to get coins, and they basically said, yeah, like, we roll the chain back and fuck you, bro, you ain't getting shit. And then so Gavin had to run to the Chinese for money, and then you know, Charles had to run to the Japanese for money.
Yeah, he actually ran to the same people that funded Ethereum originally.
Yeah. Oh, Cody?
Yeah,
the Cody.
And I think they built a stable coin on Cardano with them as well. So they're still actively working together. So I mean, I get that he's like sour about it, but he's done extremely well since then. So
yeah.
You know,
he did have to sell his Black Hawk helicopter and 2 Lamborghinis and stuff to buy more Cardano.
True. Forgot about
Sorry about that.
You know, must have taken some time to look.
Was that crazy? Was it playing the audio double or something, or maybe it was just there was reverb?
I think it was video itself.
Yeah,
actually had like maybe the guy did that on his own YouTube when he was interviewing him or something.
And the guy was kind of like, "Well, dog, dude, I'm trying to go like I understand. Like, put it back up, Kyle." Like I kind of like I get it as an interview. Like when I have someone on, like I want to ask them these questions because that's what will go viral. But like I also understand he's like, yo, this shit's kind of old. Stop asking me about it. But like I can also understand somebody's like, fuck, I got him to come on. I don't know fuck shit about Cardano like at all.
But
like
research
to do research when importing guests. I know that's crazy. Like I would just ask, do you want me to? I would actually something I would ask like, do you want me to ask you about Ethereum at all? No.
Yes.
Okay. If you're like no, like what is there anything you wouldn't want me to talk about? That's something I do ask some guests sometimes.
Yep.
And he was like, yeah, but please don't ask me about. All right, cool enough. But everything else is okay. Cool. So, okay, we already know all the story about Ethereum. So what was the seed? Did you have the seed back then, like before you even joined there to like start Cardano? Or was it like, I just left and I need something new? Like that into a positive. Yeah, into a positive, right? Or something. And then from there, he's like, all right, I'm talking about Cardano here, which is like, in the end of the day, he's on the show to try to show his bags.
Yeah.
Because that's what it is.
I don't even know what's the name of the show?
The show is called The Starting Block.
Okay.
I don't even know.
Yeah. I'm like, man, yeah, because
it looks like a corporate show.
Yeah. And to go after and do that much work to get a guest and everything, and then just to be like bitched down by him, I'm like, damn, man. Like
it probably will blow up a show more now.
actually. So what you're saying, Miguel, is we bring it back on Kieran.
Oh my god. I mean, yeah, they're doing like it's the block basically, and yeah, I mean, they have some pretty high profile guests, and we smash them on views. My lord. I mean, they have the Aave founder here with like 369 views.
Oh wow!
Damn, man! Like they have CZ on here, 800 views. Jesus Christ, man!
Yeah, I'm glad we still have all the recordings of our interviews with Alex from Aerodrome, because what do you call it? I think what do you call it? I also forgot to mention the other day to the people who were in 2024 crypto mindset courses in earlier this year, if they haven't seen the webinar that we did with Alex during the Q2 crypto mindset course with Aerodrome. Go and check that out. The recordings are pinned in those chats.
Yeah,
you might have to go through a few pins though.
It's right here.
Oh, okay. How much views did it get?
1,200. It's kind of not.
Wow.
And he turned the comments off. Yeah.
Can't blame him to some extent. He probably.
That's bad. You gotta turn the comments off, bro.
Yeah. Well, you know the amount of Cardano people that are just going to be in there.
Yeah.
That's the one thing you gotta love about. You either love it or hate it about crypto, right? Like we put the cult and cultivate to some extent,
right?
In the sense that people are just so fervent about something. Once, like even the Bitcoin Cash maxis,
yeah.
Once they are like, "Hey, Bitcoin Cash is the real Bitcoin" and everything like that, like you can't convince them otherwise,
right?
Like,
right.
They're like it's like a lost cause to some extent, right? I'm sure Peter Schiff would probably say the same thing about Bitcoiners, even though I would say quite different with the fundamentals. But yeah, man, it's I don't know. Like I think Cardano can come back, but it's gonna be a rough ride for it for a while, I think.
Yeah, but it will come back. It will come back, and if he's active and Midnight and stuff. But I'm honestly like the problem with Midnight is like I get it. It got him a bunch of action, and they dropped another coin. And like if you think that Charles didn't somehow make money off of that, you're fucking crazy.
Oh, of course.
That's what they never. That's one thing I'd grill him on. Is like, oh, so you're just doing all this for free, dog? Sure, I believe you, bro. I mean,
it's the same.
Like, there's nothing wrong with you making money, but like, stop lying that you're not making. You didn't make any money.
Yeah,
like
it's kind of similar to a Richard Hart type move
Yeah.
with originally what he did with Hex. Gave free eHex to anybody who held Bitcoin.
Yeah, 10,000 Bitcoin per Bitcoin that you owned, and then you referred somebody. If you could self-refer and get more, basically.
Yeah, which is the part that I guess with Midnight, I don't think they had that.
I am not sure. I'm not sure. I didn't own any Cardano, so I didn't.
Well, no, because you could get Midnight even if you held Bitcoin.
Oh, nice. Oh, yeah. They airdropped it to a ton of blockchains, basically.
Yeah. So he was trying to get some play. He was trying to get some extra money to hold up Cardano's price, probably.
Yeah, but the problem is with launching two tokens, and now you've divided your DCAs, and this is a problem that happened with Pulse Chain. Is that you have eHex, PHEX, and you have Pulse Chain and PulseX and PrivX and Ink token, and like it's just like god damn, like it's just so much to buy, you know. I still like PulseX, I still like E and PHEX and stuff like that, and they're doing really well right now. They're kind of pumping against. They're finally kind of like it looks like they made a bottom, but I mean, it's never say never, right?
Yeah, it's one of those ones where it's like could be, but yeah, you won't know until quite a while later. But if it does turn around here with ETH and Bitcoin going down, then yeah, there could be definitely more pain to come. We have Moonpill Rational Optics saying hit that like button right there. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Appreciate you, bro. Yeah, smash the like on Dollar Cost Crypto on YouTube as well as Cultivate Crypto here on Rumble. If you are on YouTube and you don't have a Rumble, go over to How to Cultivate Crypto and Dollar Cost Crypto on Rumble and just make sure to follow. It's super easy. You just sign in with your best email. I think you don't even need the Rumble app. You could do it through browser and make it pretty quick. So
yeah,
we're almost at 5 and 300 and 200 for all three channels respectively. So smash the follow. It's free. It helps. And it keeps allowing us to do the run that we have been this month. I think in the last 2.5 weeks, what we've done every day stream except for 2, maybe.
I think 1,
maybe even just 1. Yeah,
maybe just 1 and stuff like that. But Kyle, share my screen. So there's a very important interview happening.
Oh no.
We have the Nansom interview with Thread Guy and stuff. Don't miss out, you guys. Crypto Fungus is a great follow, you guys. He has some funny ass memes.
Damn, bro.
It's not real, but I mean, the interview is real, but god damn. CT's Fairy Black Man and one of the top Jews in the
it kind of looks like the Destiny a little bit there.
I know.
It's like, oh my.
There was like a fake fight of Destiny getting knocked down 1 punch. It was really funny. Yeah. But don't miss out, you guys. Alpha.
The other kind of cringe thing that I saw yesterday was allegedly, and it is on IMDb, but it could be a spoof. Who knows?
Yeah.
But they allegedly are trying to make a movie about Craig Wright called Killing Satoshi or something like that.
Yeah, that's insane, dude.
I'm just like, man, the Bitcoin cashers are going to be like, see, I told you Bitcoin Cash is the real Bitcoin. And ridiculous. So going back to some Ethereum stats, we'll take a look at Bitcoin and Ethereum price here in just a moment, as well as any coins that are moving, shaking on the day, and get back to different news bits here. But this is from Ethereum Vibin. It says Ethereum just surpassed a lot of unique addresses, 425 million. Network effects are compounding every single day. ETH looks more prime than ever to shatter its all-time high as geopolitical uncertainty eases and the Clarity Act becomes law. So, yeah, we continue to grow. We were talking about this for Bitcoin, right? The stability of price in Bitcoin might take over the next 15 years to really start happening. So, the whole next decade and a half, basically, we have, this industry is just growing like crazy. So, yeah, it's a good time to get in. We haven't even hit mass adoption yet. So
that's right.
Time to pay attention.
The ETFs, like how much people hold, because people obviously dramatic things happen in people's lives, or sometimes on their ETF holdings or in their 401k, they have to sell them.
Mm-hmm.
But typically, as time goes on, like people would only take profit on 20% of their ETFs. At most and stuff if they need a cash on event sometimes, obviously. And then for most people, you'd hope, like, if they're purchasing it through their 401ks, they're just leaving it alone for 40 years. That means it just absorbs so much liquid supply of BTC and Ethereum. And the Solana numbers are pretty low, because it's like, I think like Ethereum did like $100 million in volume in terms of last month, and like I think only a $7 million in Solana, and like $4.5 million for Hyperliquid. So like the drop off is like most people are just buying Bitcoin and Ethereum, as they should. But like the other ETFs are still buying, something basically, because even XRP only did 8 million. So like there's literally a 12x difference between like XRP volume per month to Ethereum versus BTC is almost like 5x more than Ethereum. So kind of a power law there.
Yeah, bit. And I think over at least this year, maybe over the whole bear market, Ethereum outside of I think Bitcoin's been a net negative depending on where you calculate it from, but compared to other altcoins, Ethereum's had the most, like you said, most inflows, most consistent inflows.
Yeah.
But so Bitmart went down.
Yes.
As well as BitMEX closed shop pretty much willingly.
Yeah, they had tried to sell it for about $1 billion. There was no takers. And then like a couple weeks after, like, there was a deal that was there, but I think they were trying to purchase them for like less than that, and then they just fell through. And then basically they just like, forget it. Let's just close it up, because like they have a 200. I mean, depending on what the number is, like I've seen 210 to 280 million dollars in this kind of basically this insurance fund they have, and that just gets given to the founders and the employees basically. So.
Yeah, so I mean, good for them to some extent. But Bitmart here was one of the more, like, I think CZ was just like RIP.
Yeah,
because he says there might be some more of these before the bear market is completely finished. But this was because a lot of their wallets did get drained of ETH.
Yeah.
So the article here says Bitmart's sudden shutdown triggers withdrawal delays, on-chain panic, echoing the ghosts of 2022. But here they'll stop trading on August 26th, and operations will completely end on January 31st, 2027. So part of the reason I'm mentioning this, because we're talking about companies on the come up, we're talking about organizations, projects on the come up, a lot related to Ethereum, but there's also going to be some casualties along the way. And so for different exchanges, you might have like some money on this exchange, some money on that exchange, but this is why we say self-custody as much as we do, because I remember when FTX, what was it that they did? There was something in the summer of it was either the summer of 21 or just a little bit before the summer of 21. They had changed something in the terms and conditions, and I had made an FTX account simply to buy some Solana.
Yeah.
As like another place that I could buy off an exchange and everything. And I I think they started limiting like how you could move it or how much you could put on it. There was some sort of limitation that Binance hadn't had ever before, and they just put it on to FTX. And I was like, oh no, like,
you got that? Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what it was. Binance said like, hey, we're going to sunset something at the same time FTX did, but Binance gave people, because I think they were getting kicked out of some jurisdiction.
What? Oh, wasn't Binance closing down? Like they basically had to shut it all down, and then they reopened Binance USA. Wasn't it something like it was like
something like that?
Yeah.
And so they were shutting something down along the same time as FTX. The difference was Binance gave you 2 months to get your money off,
right?
And FTX gave you 2 fucking weeks. 2 weeks, right? Yeah. Otherwise, you can't have access. So this one is actually, I'd say, pretty fair, right? They're ending trading on August 26th, and you have all the way until January of next year to basically get your money off. And so if you do have money for trading sitting on any type of centralized exchange that's not like, what do you call it? One of the biggest crypto ones, like it's on Kraken or Coinbase or Binance itself, probably not a problem for the most part. But you do want to, if you're having any significant amount of money that's being traded on these things, it's good to just kind of pay attention like to the quarterly news on your centralized exchange, especially if it's like more of like a local exchange, just kind of like crypto mindset best practice, because, excuse me, if this type of thing happens and they only give you 2 weeks, 2 months or something like that, a lot of people, they're on vacation, they might not notice, and then the money is just gone. So we don't want that for you guys. First of all, we don't want your Ethereum being drained off a centralized exchange. That's insane. So, I mean, Richard Hart's been pretty adamant about getting people to self-custody. We've been pretty adamant about getting people to self-custody to avoid these types of things.
It's been a tenet of our official, I mean, since we opened the Crypto Mindset course in September of 2020, it's something we've been very adamant on. And like in the first ever classes, we were showing people how to self-custody their Ethereum onto a MetaMask to use Uniswap. And guess what happened? Everyone who listened got themselves a fat airdrop off of that. It was Christmas. So good, it was Christmas. So even if you did a failed transaction, even if you like, I tried to buy some meme coin, or I don't think you could buy. You could have bought meme coins, but it was like very small amounts. But like anything you bought, even if you just sold USDC to Ethereum or Ethereum to USDC, you got your basically $2,000 to $5,000.
Yeah,
in airdrop. So that was fucking awesome. 400 uni tokens.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Good times.
Per wallet. Oh my God.
I remember one of the flash webinars we had.
Yeah.
Like, because we were probably about 2 weeks before the first Crypto Mindset course.
Yeah.
And we'd had some people in the Citadel. Group was much smaller at the time. I just remember we were like bros, and we just started calling everybody and being like, hey, you guys got your Uniswap, you guys get your Uniswap, and everybody was just celebrating that day. It was just like, free money. Woo. So
it was so awesome. Every single wall. It was so cool. Like I remember I went to a family party, and then I just had the conveyor belt line to my Kyle remembers. He was still in high school at the time. I had a conveyor line of my cousins and friends and shit. It's like, you get $2,000 and you get $2,000 and you get $2,000. Kyle had a bunch of wallets too.
When Miguel told me it was each wallet, I was like, oh, this is great.
Yeah. And we've never had one that good since.
I know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it won't touch the same glory as that I felt then.
Yeah. Well, but we did talk about base.
Charlie, shout for the course.
Yeah.
Calm down. Haram.
That's the sound we need on here.
Oh yeah, we need that one. Yeah.
But so just word to the wise, if you do have your crypto under somebody else's custody, make sure to pay attention.
Correct. And what that means is it's okay if you're brand new to the channel or brand new to crypto, and you're like, all I have is Coinbase. That's okay. We all start off. No, it's definitely
make
okay.
Sure it's a larger one though,
correct.
Like Coinbase or Kraken or Crypto.com.
Yeah. Crypto.com. Yeah. Now they got the Citadel money now.
Yeah.
I mean, we decided to deposit, but I mean, I bet you that conspiracy theory I've had about like them having a hole in their balance sheet was fucking absolutely true, bro.
Mm-hmm.
They gave them $400 million at a $20 billion valuation. And I bet you 300 of that was just to cover a hole. They had from like the Trump crash that happened. Because like the two exchanges that took the highest amount of losses from what I've been able to look back in the back, and obviously a lot of other exchanges took losses.
Yeah.
But it looked to me that Crypto.com and Binance took the biggest hit, because when Binance is where really USD L1, which is the Trump stablecoin, depegged hard, and that caused cascading liquidations, and then the liquidation accidentally over liquidated people. Did they return the money? No, of course not. Of course not. Why?
Kyle, can you pull this off for a second? I'm just gonna pull up one thing so that we can mention it. But yeah, finish that.
So, you know, everyone's got to start somewhere. It don't feel like pressured, but like it's really easy once you buy little Ethereum. Like with BTC, I can understand you want to like, I don't want to take my Bitcoin off of Coinbase until I have a Trezor or something. Like, okay, that's fair. But like with Ethereum, you can move 1 ETH or half an ETH or 10th of an ETH over to a MetaMask or over to another one of the we have a list of trusted wallets, which is a small list. Like I don't even think we have 10 wallets on there.
Yeah,
that's how like condensed that is, because these are trusted wallets. We've been using them for years. Billions and billions and hundreds of billions of dollars have run through there. They work. They're pretty much bulletproof, but you just have to be careful. And if you follow the safe practices that we teach you in there, you will not get rugged. And if for some godforsaken reason something happens to one wallet, you only lose that money that's on this wallet, but you don't lose the whole kit and caboodle, which is very important. And this is CIA. This is literally CIA approved. They use our compartmentalization, like what's called like wallet strategy for their own money, because it's a smart strategy. Because if there's ever a chink in one of the armors, they only get that chink, but the chink here is safe.
I think it was Ryan who basically told them about that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You need some Chinese music on here. But no, I won't dox that. Because we've had a couple people from the CIA work within our stuff.
Those motherfuckers. And I know they were. Yeah. I mean, we've had everybody. Pretty much most of the red pill learned from crypto from us. And it's pretty verifiably true, actually.
Absolutely.
Because I mean, you and John had the first crypto show ever in the red pill.
Yes.
Period.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was fun times.
Yeah, fun times.
For a while. But, what do you call it? I wanted to throw up the schedule here because we were talking about best practices here. So part of the best practices come in the pre-recorded webinars. So we I'd have to look at which ones we have released now, but they're the basics, essentially getting used to DeFi, getting used to your centralized exchanges, all that stuff. The wallet strategy that Miguel is talking about.
Yes.
We discuss in those pre-recordings in addition.
Correct. And then we'll talk a little bit about it in the Q&A and the risk management webinar. And it will be talked about also slightly in the concentrated versus diversified webinar on the August 6th as well. So I sprinkle it everywhere just because it's really important.
Yeah, and those best practices are really kind of key. We also have for the 3 research webinars, supply and demand, of on-chain analysis, swing trading, technical analysis, and fundamentals of memes to RWAs. We talk about the best practices when it comes to those ones. For example, if you are swing trading, you want to have a stop loss.
Right.
Simple, effective.
Ellison can never.
Yeah, Caroline Ellison would never, right? And all sorts of other ones. So like the on-chain data one, I would say best practices are what to research for that versus swing trading is like, okay, how to make sure, it's kind of like more of a risk management thing there. So all these webinars and more. We got fast money versus slow money. That one's going to be one where we talk about some best practices when it comes to strategy of how to deploy your money in crypto. It's kind of a, what do you call it? An extension there of the portfolio strategies discussion. So we have a lot of information. I think a lot of people who are newer to the crypto mindset course, they get overwhelmed with information when they first come in, but it's a good thing, right?
Yes.
They like the fact that they get tons of information. And I would say it's about 4 or 5 years worth of crypto information in 2 weeks. So you become an expert pretty damn quick if you're paying attention. Even,
Definitely. It's a fire hose of Ethereum.
Fire hose of Ethereum. You said
a freedom.
Oh, freedom.
But might as well, yes.
Yeah, I like Firehouse's Ethereum. That sounds good to me. So yeah, just come over here to cultivatecrypto.com/shop and jump in. You have the QR code up there in the top left corner. So I will take a look at Bitcoin and Ethereum here because we do now have the daily close in about 17 minutes ago. Let's see where we closed. So we definitely closed well below that 20-day moving average. I think only the second time, like we closed right on it here and then closed back above it the next day. We closed well below it here today for the first time since we were below it on July 3rd. So for the first time all month, essentially, Bitcoin is below its 20-day moving average, which means it's probably going to come and hit that lower Bollinger Band here, the 2 standard. And if it starts pushing down a little bit more towards Wednesday, with the, if the Fed does actually hike rates like we talked about, that it could easily be down here around $61,500 at that time. And so we have that then leads us to believe that this is the proper cycle low. We had a early mid-cycle low, a decent bounce off of that. And then the coming down in price here will basically be today 60 at minimum, which would be August 4th, which kind of lines up with webinars, right? Interesting. And if it goes an extra 5 days here to August 9th, even better, to be honest, because that also lines up with early stage webinars. I think last crypto mindset course, in these first few webinars here, we were kind of waiting for price to give different confirmations. And when that happened, we were able to make some really good trades right off the bat during the crypto mindset course. So ideally, that's what we're aiming for here for you guys. By the time we get into basically through these webinars here and we're into some of the analysis webinars, then you guys will be on the same page with us, moving and shaking and ready to take positions. We have already discussed some coins worth scooping up during the chat with the course. So something to pay attention to. I would be surprised if we went any longer than 65 days on this low, but we'll see kind of how much pressure we get here or not. So right now, Bitcoin's looking like it wants to drop, but every time here, Bitcoin's kind of like that meme where the guy's like going over the edge of the balcony like that. He's like, like that. That's kind of Bitcoin here over the last, pretty much since it gained this trend line here on July 9th. So it's been taking some time to dip here essentially. So that's Bitcoin for us. It's looking right in line. Let's take a look at Ethereum. Only slightly below 1900. I think it got as high here this week as 1980. So almost hit that 2000. But it's been having trouble closing above its 12 EMA here. Continues to have that. The 20 moving average here as well has been the major resistance. So Ethereum, I would say, doesn't really start getting more bearish until it goes back below 1700. Then it can roll over and kind of match these lows. But let's see the percentage here. So off of the low here at the end of June, Ethereum went up about 30%. Let's see Bitcoin over that same period of time. And half. Half. So Ethereum's been killing it. Actually, let's take off the Bollinger Band.
Oh my God. Charles is ranting more.
More?
God damn, dude.
I'll never hear the end of it, right?
Yeah. We're actually, I'm actually trying to set up this interview between us and the Angry Crypto Show, which they're like a big Cardano show, basically, and stuff for a long time now. So we might have them. I might have them on a show or something like that in the future and stuff like that, and vice versa on their show and stuff like that. I've been trying to set up also an interview with Crypto Crow as well and stuff. I mean, obviously we've friend of the channel and stuff. We met him a few times, and he's kind of right back. So like when he that's one of the guys will watch. If Crypto Crow's back talking Cardano, it's probably good. There's something going on.
Yeah. I like Crypto Crow. He's he's a pretty genuine guy.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, I mean, you see this here in the Ethereum to Bitcoin chart, having broken out here. Technically, you won't see too much craziness on Ethereum versus Bitcoin until it crosses this most recent peak. But once it does, yeah, you can see some crazy runs here. So there might be a couple weeks of consolidation here going into the cycle low. Yeah, we'll see about that. And the altcoins finally getting below or right at that previous buy signal that came in at 655, or actually let me get the number right, 654 billion. We're pretty much right on top of that right now. So if we do get hikes this week, yeah, it's just everything lower going into the 60-day cycle. So let me see the Bollinger Bands here. Yeah, you have decent amount of support there in that 200-week moving average, but once you start pushing hard below it, it can loosen that up pretty quick. So let's take a look here at what are the movers and the shakers here in the last 24 hours on CoinGecko. I think we got to refresh. God damn it, CoinGecko.
There we go.
As soon as I fucking put it, there we are. Casper is on the trending one, but it hasn't even moved much of a percent. And look at that. With Cody, we also talked about earlier today, up 55%. I got to look at this one. Let's see if this is with any news. Earn Season 4 launches, driving up token price. Okay, so just small news, basically. Damn. It's like these ones you see when you see it rug so much, it gets close to one of its original lows. That's where whales defend it, essentially. So, 70% of a penny, I think, is the low there. The all-time low is 55% of a penny, half a penny, basically. So, we'll see, I guess, if the whales defend this much. But yeah, a little volatility there, but this thing hasn't seen a rebound in years or a decent one, right? But what were you saying earlier about the Casper network? You said there was some news with them because they're up here trending right now.
Yeah, so basically the Casper network, they honestly last cycle they weren't doing much at all. It was kind of just like a nothing burger, and they've essentially pivoted over to AI. And they're essentially going to be like an infrastructure system for AI. So they're lending their system for transactions for like mostly like AI bots, on-chain trading, and then they're kind of like speculating into like AI. But what else? I mean, what does that mean? Near, yeah, they're like near and stuff. And because of that, people are getting excited because it's like, oh, cool, another kind of AI kind of like L1 play here. So like it's starting to kind of come back right now. I've seen a couple of things come out, but I haven't seen any like concrete like partnerships just yet. But just like, hey, we were revamped and we're hip and we're cool now. But hey, it's something we got to pay attention to because like it is starting to bubble a little bit.
Yeah. So anything to get the price moving a little bit. There on the upside today, nothing is up much.
Did you talk about this one?
Which one? Oh, is that the one I was showing you earlier?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll talk about that one here after we get through some charts.
Okay.
Just wanted to jump on a few coins. So Adiera beats, this one has been pumped and dumped to high heaven over the last couple of months. Shiba Inu had a relief pump earlier this week. Now that is given all back, essentially. And yeah, not really too much else happening there in the top 100. Let's see low caps. If we got any movement. Yeah, we talked about this one the other day, collector crypt cards or whatever, just kind of a whatever project. It's up a little bit more here again today. I think it was down over the last week. To the downside, we talked about Dexy the other day, Unibase. So yeah, not really too much change in here. except for Bitcoin starting to make its move on its decision, mainly based on what we think there could be with rate hikes. Kind of nothing burger there in terms of price to start the week. Which one was it? So this one, me and Miguel were mentioning a little bit, just because speaking of best practices, we always tell you guys never print out your seed phrases
or take a picture of it.
Never take a picture of it.
Don't screenshot it. Don't put a password. There's passwords manager where they could save it and stuff like that. Never do that. You basically cover your camera, do everything secretly. You write it on a piece of paper initially. You double, triple check it. You make a copy of it, and then eventually there's some more safer practices. You can put it in metal, and there's a bifoldal wallet where like you can essentially you can buy like stamps to put like in stainless steel, so if fire happens, it survives basically.
Yeah, it's kind of like the game Scrabble. You have a bunch of different letters or whatever. You can kind of slide them into the bifoldal, I think is what it's called, like metal thing. So that way, because like if you're to put your seed phrase into a metal machine that basically prints you out something, then that machine could save your seed phrase. I mean, technically the printers, when people try to print out their seed phrases internally within the printer, that data is still there. So there have been hacks in the past where people actually hacked people's printers.
Yes.
To try to find seed phrases.
And then every printer legally has software where like anytime you print something out, it could scan it. Like basically a computer system could scan it and figure out which printer actually printed it. So like it's kind of stupid to use a printer. You can avoid it basically. So don't do any of that. Basically, don't take a screenshot. Don't text it to people. Nothing digital. It has to stay analog. And then you put it away and you basically cover it up, and then you put it somewhere where there's no cameras. I mean, just everything, like you have to treat it like you're literally on a spy mission, like Mission Impossible.
Yeah.
Done. And then guess what? You don't get robbed.
So yeah, the news here was Spark Kitty malware hidden in mobile apps scans photos for crypto wallet seed phrases. I'm sure they found some.
No, they definitely did. This is a big thing for our 40 plus guys and women. They do this a lot. Oh my god, the classic one, which is this actually happened to a big streamer. Who was it? Mr. Beast actually. They robbed his house, or they robbed his studio where he does his videos.
Okay.
He left his seed phrases for his Bitcoin address on a sticky note on his computer. They robbed everything, but they never saw the sticky notes. So they never stole his money. Somehow they just didn't like check the sticky notes for like the seed phrases because they're
Wow.
Yeah. So like stolen laptops. Yeah, they broke in, took everything, including the clothes, blankets, TV, missing the note that says Bitcoin private keys.
He had about 2 million Bitcoin worth in there. Yeah.
On a sticky note.
So
I'm just saying, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you could be very confident in one thing and very like dumb in other things.
Yeah.
Like, that's just something you don't put. And then here's the crazy part. You have employees out there. Some employee could have just stolen that money too.
Yeah.
Some employee just could have like saw it, took a picture, took a picture and then just robbed him blind like 4 years later, just played the long game on it. And then like, what the fuck?
Yeah, anything can happen there. So it pays to basically be in the crypto mindset course. You avoid a lot of different things here. So this was distributed through official app stores and third-party channels, including Android, that surpassed 10,000 downloads before it got removed. Yeah. Jesus. Be extra careful.
And Franklin's right. Basically, if an asset's been down for a really long time and the news has been terrible on it, until it starts outperforming for a decent amount of time, people will not feel safe shilling it and stuff just because they don't want. And it's not because it's not a good trade. It's because they're basically like someone like Wendy O, which is a good person and stuff, but like she's just trying not to look stupid.
Yeah, of course.
People work really hard to try to gain the follower, and they just don't want the stain at all. And it's the same thing with streamers. Like, it's like, can they give me clout? Bad clout. I'll skip it until it's like, that's why like there's so much bandwagon people.
Yeah.
When someone's hot.
And that's also, why, kind of crypto, we kind of keep a certain amount out during a bear market. I mean,
Yeah.
back in the day, Bitcoin even had those
Correct.
same issues. So a lot of, I mean, guys like Peter Schiff, guys like CNBC, yeah, they're like literally want to dance on its grave. So I was talking about Aerodrome earlier because we were talking about stuff on Ethereum, basically that's on the come up. Aerodrome will be launching allegedly, right, on the Ethereum layer 1 in September.
Nice.
So that's awesome. And I love Alex here. I'm just going after Uniswap on the regular. He says, happy Uni fee switch day. If you locked liquidity in Uni V2 V3, you've just had your share of you've just had your share of fees cut by up to 25%. Condolences. If you're in a vanilla V4, your flows are now taxed up to 33%. In the rest, they can come for your fees anytime, or you can just use Aerodrome. Clean marketing. I wish we had like a yeah, but you gotta love it. So it'll be very interesting to see how Hayden Adams reacts once Aerodrome is live on Ethereum.
100. I will say this though, 100%. This got pushed down, like it kicked the can down the road on the launch on Aero on Ethereum because of Robinhood.
Mm.
I mean, like what other explanation is it? Because it was supposed to launch 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, 2 more weeks.
Then Robinhood. That's kind of the importance of like timing stuff. So I understand because like you don't want to be in the launch it and no one's gonna pay attention.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, you gotta get that.
I'm on 9/11. Can you imagine they launching on 9/11, bro? September.
Speaking of 9/11, so I saw some people had mentioned this in the chat earlier in the stream, but allegedly next week there may be a Clarity Act vote.
Whoa!
Finally, it's like wow, the earth is shaking. So new Clarity Act draft has been released, merging the Senate Banking and Agriculture, Senate Banking and then Agriculture Committee versions, those two, and adding an ethics provision for the first time. Officially, a motion to proceed is expected, said Monday or Tuesday, I think today or tomorrow, with a possible floor vote as early as August 3rd, but anytime next week, essentially. So, I don't know. We've been holding our breath for a while on this.
Yeah.
Not really much anymore. I think Kalshi and Polymarket are both bearish on the Clarity Act as well, getting passed. So we'll see if they can turn anything around. But this is, I think, the final version here that they're talking about. This one, I think.
I'm not really like, if I'm being real, I'm just not impressed with the Clarity Act at all.
No,
it's stupid, but it's like. But it's something, but it's just it's still like giving too much concessions to banks and everything like that. Like
it's all for the banks.
Yeah,
it's just to get green light the banks to be like, okay, crypto is fair game now. That's pretty much it. There's which politician is this? This is what's this guy's name? Or no, this is the Coinbase chief policy officer. Can't even pronounce the name. Shirzad. Trying to get it through after Coinbase and Brian Armstrong rejected it in January. Let's hear what they have to say.
So this bill is a extraordinarily bipartisan piece of work. It's ready for final action. We're very excited that it's going to get done. I do want to say one thing. Leader Thune did express some skepticism about getting done a number of the issues that he's got teed up for floor action before August. His commitment to getting the Clarity Act, I think, done before August remains. I've talked to his office, and we're hopeful that will happen. I think we'll have a vote as early as Monday of next week, and then we'll be able to get it done and hopefully let the Senate go back for the August recess with an important bipartisan win under their belt.
Yeah, no, to your point, they've got.
So this bill is a
politicians winning.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, again, we'll see. But if you want to go into it a little bit more, there's this from the Crypto Council for Innovation. This is a global alliance of industry leaders dedicated to unlocking the promise of crypto. Just followed them earlier today. They actually have the myth versus fact, and this is less for people in crypto and more for the politicians. because it kind of reads like a simple Jack cheat sheet. So it says the Clarity Act is a comprehensive market structure framework for digital asset ecosystem, essentially a green light for institutions. It enhances regulatory supervision and increases consumer protections. Oh, hold on a second. Damn. I'm going to have to do a little break between streams, but it enhances regulatory supervision and increases consumer protections. Allegedly, it sets clear jurisdictional lines for the SEC and CFTC, clarifies rules for centralized intermediaries, strengthens law enforcement acts against illicit finance, and establishes robust customer and investor protections. So the passage of Clarity Act is essential to ensuring the United States is a global leader in this industry. So I would say, yes, those are facts, but also it's, what do you call it, very tilted towards, pro Clarity Act. Like, hey, let's get it passed, right? Not really talking about the weaknesses of it too much. And I think the only weaknesses that the Democrats had really mentioned is the ethics provision, essentially.
Didn't Trump already agree to that already?
He agreed to it, but he only agreed to getting it enforced by the Department of Justice, which he's closer with, which is they want an attorney general basically to be able to do that. And so I don't know if that's in the new one.
Got it.
But that's the tit for tat there. But I'll just read this left side here. So the myth, according to them, about illicit finance and national security, because a national group of police have actually, rubber stamp the Clarity Act and say, hey, we need to get this passed. So the myth is Clarity is weak on illicit finance and national security. According to this group, the fact is false. That is false. Clarity is most comprehensive digital law enforcement bill to date. I mean, having anything, anything will be the most comprehensive, right? It expands existing AML CFT requirements and significantly bolsters law enforcement's ability to target bad actors. And a lot of law enforcement has actually already approved it itself. So if you want to go into the details of this, read it. I would say this is probably going to be a little bit more useful if it does pass.
Yeah.
If it doesn't pass, it's just kind of, for us in particular, since we're professionals in the space, it's good to kind of know, okay, what's going to be the difference between what they have agreed on so far among politicians versus if it doesn't pass, what does the CFTC and SEC try to force through themselves? So the Crypto Council for Innovation is the follow there. I'll throw that in a chat in a second. But we got Franklin Templeton out here saying they support the passage of the Clarity Act. The bill would make clear how crypto is regulated, which is all they want. Like, that's literally, that sentence right there is the only thing they actually care about. Investors would know what protections apply. Again, just basic rules to the road. Firms would know which regulators they have to answer to. It's time to provide the industry with the clarity it needs, right? So all these kind of posts kind of read in like, light shills, of course. So,
right.
Yeah, just keep an eye on it. But wouldn't it be crazy that they hike rates, Bitcoin goes down a bit here over the next week, and then Clarity actually passes and creates a bottom to a 60-day cycle?
Nice.
That would be nice. Very nice. And a clear trade on that. So if you do want to jump in, join us for the different swing trades, the different long-term buys, the different best practices to make sure that you don't get wrecked in this next cycle, all of this and more, then come over here to cultivatecrypto.com/shop and jump into the Q3 Crypto Mindset course. And if you would like to jump into the Crash Out course as well, it's basically an extra $596. Now, if you can just buy the regular, I guess I don't have it right there, but the regular Crypto Mindset for $998, and then add the Crash Out course once you're in webinars in August. But it will, instead of being $596, it'll be $696. So $100 more expensive. Yeah. Any final words on the Crypto Mindset?
Get in or be sad.
There you go. And make sure to follow us here live on Rumble. So how to cultivate crypto here on Rumble, as well as Cultivate Crypto. So this is the user, this is the channel. Come over, support us, click like and follow. Also on Dollar Cost Crypto, right here. There we go. Dollar Cost Crypto here as well. Press follow there. And then also, if you are on YouTube right now, press follow, like, and subscribe. It all helps us here as we give you guys free information on a daily basis. So we appreciate you all. We will be on
with Crypto Boogie.
Ooh, yeah. So nice Moon Gang alumni stream here in a few minutes. Do you have the link in the chat?
The stream's gonna be called Tacos and Tequila.
Nice. I'll have to pour some.
And here's the link right there. So we'll be on there in the next about 10 minutes.
Tacos sound kind of good right now.
Yeah, that actually does sound pretty good right
now. Go make a food truck run. But and then we got Ken Rose with the $2 super chat. Did I miss any other super chats?
Not a super chat. Just Ken Rose did he gifted a subscription.
Oh, Ken Rose gifted a subscription there as well on Rumble. So appreciate you all. But yes, we'll be back on Dollar Cost Crypto on YouTube and Rumble tomorrow. Monday,
28th.
Ooh,
there's gonna be some Zcash drama or a success story, man. I'm actively trading it right now.
Leveraging.
Let's make some money, bitches. Yeah. There's some people right now that say I'm paying the whole CMC on this trade, bro.
So we appreciate you all. We'll see you on Boogie's stream, and then we'll see you here tomorrow as well. So peace, live long and prosper. We'll catch you all again soon. Later.
You buy this for $39.99. Guess what, folks? You take the L away. You put a W there, baby. You're a winner, man. You're the real deal. You're picking up chicks. Let me tell you something. You buy this set at $39.99, baby. You're the cock of the walk, man. You walk into the bar and you just find the hottest chick and you go, you, me. Guess what? She says, why would I go out with you? Because I bought the deal on Wild West Deals for $39.99. That's why. She says, can I go home with you? That's how simple it is. That's how it works. That's what this set brings to the table. Because you know what she sees? She sees a man who knows what he wants. She sees a man who says, good deals don't get by me, baby. I move. I act quick. I act now. I go to wildwestdeals.com. Boom. That's why you're hanging with chicks all night long. That's why you got guys like Michael Jordan calling you, wanting to hang out with you, baby. Because you bought it for $39.99.